Let's talk about the time Cuban exile militants assassinated a leftist supporter of Puerto Rican independence. Meet Carlos Muñiz Varela. He was a Cuban who moved to Puerto Rico at the age of 7 with his parents, fleeing the Cuban Revolution. He belonged to a generation of Cuban exiles who did not directly experience the revolution as they were too young, and as a result, he did not carry the anti Castro ideology of many in the diaspora. He soon became involved in left wing politics and eventually Puerto Rican nationalism. In college, he helped found the Popular Socialist Movement, a Marxist pro independence party. He also worked for a pro independence journal and was a member of the Antonio Maceo Brigade, a leftist group of Cubans on the island. At the same time, elements of the Cuban diaspora were involved in militant activities directed against Castro's government and its supporters. During the 1970s, Cuban militant groups were responsible for a significant number of attacks in the US and abroad, attacking anything connected with Cuba. Some of these groups also allegedly had links to federal agencies. These organizations were particularly active in Puerto Rico and worked with local right wing groups to attack leftist Cubans and Puerto Rican nationalists. One of these groups was known as the Coordination of United Revolutionary Organizations, or CORU for short. It was an amalgamation of anti Castro paramilitaries that included a group that bombed a restaurant in Mayaguez, killing 2 people in 1975. Muniz Varela's activities as an outspoken supporter of independence, as well as his promotion of a dialogue between the Cuban diaspora and Castro's government, put a target on his back. In 1979, he founded Viajes Veradero, a travel agency that organized trips to Cuba for exiles. Coru bombed the offices of the travel agency twice in 1979, but Muniz Varela continued his work and activism. On April 28th of that year, that would come to an end. That day, Koru militants ambushed and shot him dead as he drove home from the offices. Shortly after, they claimed responsibility for the attack using the cover name Commando Zero. No one has ever been prosecuted for the attack, but it was believed to have been organized by Julio Labatu. Labatu, who died in 2007, was a prominent anti Castro member of Puerto Rico's Cuban community and owned a floral shop. He was also a member of Koru and a key financier of the organization. It is also said that he had links to the Puerto Rican police, who were also accused of killing leftists. In 2001, when asked in an interview about the assassination, he said, quote, "Don't call it an assassination. It was an execution, and it should have been carried out before he was born." If you found this interesting, follow for more stories of America's underground.